Hello everyone and welcome back to Oddmod 7 to the Sky. We are back in the sky, and one thing you'll notice is it's still pretty boring when we look at the outsides of our little island. Now our island, it's not the prettiest thing. We've got a cool building in the middle. The rest of these buildings are a little bit, well, non-existent. They're not really buildings. And the outside is just an empty void. Wow. In the last episode, we attempted a little bit to, I guess, get on top of that, and we achieved this, or at least attempted to achieve this, by setting up this guy right here. This guy is a mesh and a sieve, and what he does, or at least what he attempts to do, is maintain 100,000 dirt in our system. Now, currently we have 48,000, which is, it's a decent amount, but it's not 100,000. The reason it's not 100,000 is because we appear to be out of gravel. And that's because this guy, I don't know, I guess he just needs to be upgraded, which we can do. I'm sure we can afford that. In fact, we've got a diamond upgrade in here ready, so there we go. That should hopefully supply us enough gravel to not only be able to, process the gravel in here, but also to hopefully make us coarse dirt, which we're using to, sieve into normal dirt. So, that thing's pretty cool. Now, there is other stuff we did. In terms of what that stuff was, I'm not entirely sure. We revamped the smelting section there, and then we realized it's still pretty slow, so we ended up just getting a furnace in here, an Ultimodium one, which is phenomenally fast. And it works. It's pretty good. We also did a little bit of work underground here. This area actually, it looks pretty nice. We did make a staircase, but who's going to use that? All of this stuff, these are all barrels hooked up to potential auto crafting capabilities. So what we can allegedly do here, or what the plan is we can just fill these guys up with recipes that can be made in our fusion and fission reactors here for crafting pretty much any resource in the game. Realistically, we should be able to tear stuff down, put stuff together, and somehow get to where we need to go. That's the idea here anyway. So what's the plan for this episode? Well, there's a few things we can do as per usual. One thing we can do, which I probably should do, is really get on top of our ore processing. At the moment, we've got a bunch of junk in here. It's not junk, but it's not useful. You know what I mean? Like, we've got pieces. I can't craft with pieces. I can craft with ingots. I can't craft with pieces. And our smelting of this stuff, we've got this set up over here. And as you can see, it is working. We're getting a bunch of like uranium and stuff, but then I don't know. It's not that good. It's not that good. Or at least I don't think it's that good. So then the question is, what do we do? What's the plan? To be honest with you, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure what the plan is. We have a few options, lots of options. One option that was proposed was we just smelt everything. Because realistically, right, if we turn all of these into ingots, that's still a lot of ingots, you know what I mean? And then guess what? If we don't have enough resources then, instead of doubling everything, which is just going to inherently be a lot slower than this machine, or, we could use an enrichment chamber or something that's a little bit faster. But at that case, in that situation, this is currently our ore processing, you know what I mean? That's given us everything we've got. We could simply just add another level, you know what I mean? Or like put in better upgrades, or like I'm sure we're fine. I'm sure we can get away with just smelting everything. So I kind of want to do that. It's obviously going to be a little bit messy, to say the least, but I think it's fine. I think it'll be fine. So I'm going to pick this guy up, our ender chest. And I think right here, potentially, we're going to place something. We're going to place something there. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to place something. Are we? I'm sort of debating whether I want to do a pattern provider or an interface. We obviously have a lot of options. That's apparently going to be the key word for today. You're going to be hearing a lot about options. We don't have many options in terms of phrases to say, but we've got plenty of options in saying plenty of options. Listen, I'm sorry, I can't stop. What do we think? We could do interfaces. We could do, obviously, pattern providers. Yeah. And then, obviously, we need to store all this stuff. Which we do. I think we have enough. We could store the stuff back in here. God, it's a very, I don't know, painful situation. So we've got storage in here with all these filters. That makes sense. Sure, fair enough. So maybe I do a storage bus on, yeah. Hold on. If I grab a compactor, a flux compactor, and I slap this guy here, right? And then, here's what I'm thinking. It might not work. It probably won't work, but I want to give it a shot regardless. What are you? You're connected over here. Okay, cool. And then I place a storage bus on here. can we potentially have everything automatically going here? You know what I mean? Like we can use this storage bus as a massive filter because obviously like the little exporters we have, wherever that was before, that I don't know, they don't give you as many options. I'm trying to think where we have exporters set up. But over here, right? We only have like a 3x3 as far as I'm aware, just this 3x3 space here. Alternatively over here, it appears as though we can just add an entire filter, meaning I can go into the ore section, the ores, no, the pieces, right? And I can just put all these in. And then that's like a mega filter. We add a big priority to this to make it like, I guess, insert on a high priority. And then I think we're good. I think we could probably empty our system back into the system and it should all just end up in here. So I'll try and get all this stuff. I might miss something every here and there. I might miss some stuff, but it'll be fine. In the long run, I think we're good. Maybe a little bit of cobalt too. Now this compactor is obviously only a 3x3, which means this kind of doesn't. This is kind of a bad idea already, I guess, right? Because obviously it's gonna fill up with like not the right amount of stuff. So how do we fix that then? How do we? Okay, hold on. We can work with this. The solution is multiple flux compactors, obviously. And then the second solution is to have the items pipe from a second chest into these compactors. So realistically, this is a pretty bad spot to have it. I was just thinking I could compact it and then maybe like pull the stuff in here. But I mean, as you can see, this is a pretty silly idea. So in terms of where we'll place this, realistically, we can do it pretty much anywhere. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll do it over here. Sure. And we could probably just use importer and exporters. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so here's the idea. Instead of using, ME storage buses or any of that. This is the play. We're going to grab importers and exporters. I'm obviously going to have importers and exporters on this. Now, the flux doohickeys, if we look these up real quick, does it say which way they output? It might say in here. It will take items from the internal inventory and place the outputs into an inventory below. So realistically, we want... the output side can be configured with shift plus right-clicking with an X Nihilo hammer. So X... no, maybe I should just search hammer. That'll probably do it. Oh god, there's lots of mods here. At X... So we want... do we just grab like any old hammer? Okay, yeah, we can arrange for that. So I grab a hammer, and then I can set this to be output, perhaps? Yeah, okay, sure. That looks like it. And then we'll place an export there. Maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. I'll tell you what, we're going to find out. So this first guy, what we're going to do is we're going to insert things like, basically just the first few pieces here. So we'll do, actually, fuzzy mode on. I think this just means it'll put every piece, right? Actually, hold on. Let's go back. Let's delete this. Do these pieces have a tag? They do. X Nihilo Sequentia pieces. So I can click new filter, tag. I can do hashtag, and then I can write in what's under here when I hold shift. So X, hi. Yeah, I'll spell this off camera. It's a bit painful. Oh, there we go. So taking out the hashtag and writing it just like this, X Nihilo Sequentia pieces, we can click save, and now we have every single type of piece being exported in here. Now, I'll be honest, in hindsight, probably not the best idea because we'll still have the issue of certain items not going in when they should. So, to be honest, no, I don't think we're gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that. I am gonna stick with what I said we'll do before, which is I'm gonna pick the first like 9 things here in this list, and that's what we're going to add here. That just seems to be the smarter idea. And hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully this is the right thing to do. So I'm going to go, 3, 6, 9. I'm going to go up to platinum. Alright, so I believe that is 9 different pieces. So we can then open in our frequency and set it to our storage system. And we should hopefully, if this did work, see the stuff go in here. Clearly we didn't see that happen. QIO importer. Import without filter. I'm just trying to think. Is this importing into my QIO or exporting out of my QIO? How does this work? Did I just mess this up? Hold on. This is mechanism, so we actually can do a little bit of a loophole here. There should be a configuration tool from mechanism. this guy right here. We'll quickly craft this. Shift right click on this guy. Did that save it? Yeah, it did. And then can I apply that here? No, it's not letting me apply that filter. Hold on. Because I'm a little bit, I've clearly baffled myself a little bit. Item filter, iron pieces. Set this to storage 1. Does that put the stuff in there? Hold on. What's going on here? How does this work? Exporter exports the stuff. Yeah, okay, so this is meant to be an exporter. Listen. I'm not the smartest, okay? I apologize. Alright, that might be it. I don't know, we might have missed something again, but we're all set up, so it should export into here, but the problem is, all those pieces are obviously not in the QIO, they're actually in here. So, how do we solve that problem? Well, we've got to put them in here. And that is surprisingly easier said than done. Well, actually, I guess we get a QIO importer to import that stuff. So this guy should import all of that stuff out of here. Should. Yeah, as you can see, it looks like it is taking platinum out. I think. But I think it's taking it out and actually storing it back in here. So what we might want to do, as messy as it is, I think we want to like take those pieces off. So iron, gold, copper, lead, what's this stuff? Nickel, silver. So nickel, a little bit of silver, wherever that is. Silver, tin, aluminum, platinum. All right, and platinum we don't even have stored in here, so that should be good. So that stuff, importer. Oh, and what's on the back here? Hold on. And then on the back we have an exporter putting all this stuff in. Okay, hold on. So then what I want to do is I actually want to grab this tag here, and we want to delete that. So now that stuff should get taken out, and it'll stay taken out, which it looks like it's happening. And all of that stuff, in the perfect world, should be going, yeah, like in here. Now this guy obviously needs power, so we'll go ahead and grab some ender gates out. We've only got one at the moment, but we'll go ahead and craft some more, get those ready. So this guy can go on the front, this will power it up, and he should begin, but obviously he'll need an inventory below, which I kind of forgot about, which I guess makes this a little bit annoying. Well, actually, does he? You know, he said he could output behind him as well. But the thing I wasn't sure about is I think it still needs to be an inventory. So for example, we can grab like some barrels here, which means I can put the rough stone back. I think I can place this here. And yeah, it'll place the platinum in there. Awesome. So if we go back to upgrade, bear with me, and we order 2 diamond upgrades, 1 for each of these machines, we'll see if this is able to, I don't know, even begin to keep up. We'll check it. It'll take a little bit. Actually, it shouldn't take long to craft because all the crafting should now be done in the super fast smelter. Yeah. So the terracotta smelting super fast. The slow part now is actually the clay production, which I think should be happening over here. Oh, no, I guess it's happening somewhere else. I don't actually know where we make our clay, but wherever it is, it's too slow. Okay. So we've got those upgrades. Oh, I accidentally put them both in, but we'll just do one for now. So this thing processes, and it'll do a stack at a time unless well, actually, no, it won't. I need to put in, yeah, okay. I mean, it still looks like it's getting a stack done, if not more than a stack. Yeah, 2 stacks. Let's order a netherite upgrade. Let's get one ordered, put it in the system, get it done. Once this is done, by the way, I might order just like, I don't know, 1,000 clay. Just to have it there, you know what I mean? Because the clay seems to be a very slow point in this production. Are we able to craft, yeah, in a compactor? Hold on. Hold on. Listen, we're going to put that on hold for a second because I want to give this a shot. I want to give this a proper shot. Let's go ahead and grab a, is this easy to get? Like another pattern access terminal. Pattern encoding terminal needs a crafting terminal, needs an ME terminal, needs this. I want to craft one of these because it just seems like the smart idea. Yeah, so ME terminal, I want one of these. Awesome. And then we're going to turn that into a crafting terminal. I'm doing this because I want to be able to make my patterns down here. I don't want to have to run back to the base to do all this. And then we'll grab out these patterns. That looks good. In terms of the connections down here, I'm pretty sure we're fine. Like, I'm pretty sure we could slap this on realistically wherever we want, I would imagine. So I'm just going to slap it on here. I'm sure it's fine. So we'll open this guy up. We'll put our patterns in. And so let's see if we can actually do this. So I obviously wanted clay. Now listen, the clay's smelting pretty fast. And this thing probably is no faster, but I just want to do it. We want this recipe, right? This goes in the compactor. Awesome. In order to make the clay, we need kaolinite. Sure. Okay, so to do that, we can dissolve terracotta. But I mean, obviously I need the clay to make the terracotta to begin with. Ooh, but we also get a small amount from dirt. 10% of the time. I mean, honestly, that's a pretty good idea. Otherwise, we have to go through all this, which I kind of want to do regardless. So we might just add that regardless. Cool. So now we need water, aluminum oxide, and silicon. And what we should do as we go through here is check this stuff out. So for example, we don't have water automated, so we'll add water to the list here. I'm going to do oxygen and hydrogen in a combiner, right? That makes water. Of course it does. So that's going to be hydrogen and oxygen. And so we'll double check. Hydrogen? No, we don't have any hydrogen. So this recipe is going to be fission reaction with one of these things, helium or lithium. Do we have any of those? Do we have helium or lithium? Oh god, I'm now sort of realizing what I've done here. Okay. Okay, let's do, oh god, yeah, or we just like dissolve something or atomize something else. Sure, let's do helium. Okay. And then helium we're gonna get from fissioning something else. Okay, so we can get this from beryllium. Do we have any beryllium liner? Oh god, I think you sort of pick up what I'm at least putting down to a certain extent. If I just for a day went through and like what do you call it, really invested my time in making these patterns, this would probably be a lot more feasible. But at the moment, it definitely does not seem that way. I think this splits helium into hydrogen, so we want it there for fission. The rest of these recipes we got sort of don't even go anywhere. They go in the machines in here. Like a few of them are for the compactor and one for like the atomizer or something. I'll tell you what. The clay recipe, we can actually do that pretty easily. Okay, because the clay is done in a compactor, which is going to be this guy, which doesn't even have a. I was just gonna. It's not worth the time. It's not worth the time. I was gonna, dissolve a bunch. Dissolve a bunch of dirt to get some of the stuff to make the clay. Is there a reason? Probably not. Listen. We'll do it one day, okay? We'll do it one day. I do like that stuff. I want to mess around with it more. But I mean, right now, the clay's pretty much done. We're sort of just shooting in the dark for I don't know, content at that point. Okay. So this thing, he's clearly not fast enough at the moment to at least catch up. We'll put in one netherite upgrade. As you can see, he's mowing through them. Now, visually, we don't see any of that because this guy's full. Awesome, makes sense. So on this guy, we're going to want to put in an importer. So a QIO importer is what we want. We're going to slap this guy on top. We're going to have him import without filter. And we're going to set him to storage 1. And he's then going to start putting stuff in. What we're going to want to do again is go upgrades. And I think we just want to put some speed upgrades in, which I think we can chuck in there. So they'll slowly add. Or they'll add all at once. And now this guy's empty. This guy's put them in the system. Awesome. Stuff comes in. Stuff goes out. Easy. This guy as well could probably do us some speed upgrades. So we'll go ahead and shift right click those in as well. And now we should see this guy maintaining full, this guy maintaining empty. Good things happening all around. So, what does this mean for us? Well, it means that our ores are getting processed, which means this guy is going to slowly empty, which this was never really a problem. But what it will mean is we will now have a bunch of like actual ores that we can smelt in here, like this lead, for example. So from here, what do we do? Two main options I'm thinking. One is we just smelt it. Easy peasy. The other is we go that extra mile and we like chuck it through an enriching thing. Like if we go and we search for this lead, what can we do with it? We can take this lead. I mean, we could even craft it with hammers to split it, which would honestly be faster than any like processing we have. And then we could just smelt that. It's not a bad idea. It would sacrifice something like copper in order to make it. But like we've got a lot of that stuff in here. Like maybe not even copper, like the iron. If we sacrifice some iron, we've got so much of it. It's kind of worth just making a few hammers. Because like what? One hammer of iron. Hold on. Let's check this out. If I grab an iron hammer and I grab iron ores, I'm probably going to have to craft them, but you'll get the idea, right? If I grab this stuff out, I'm pretty sure we have more in our system, but it's fine. And I craft all this together. How much can I actually make from this one hammer? Let's see. So one hammer gives me back 3 stacks of iron. Okay, 3 stacks of iron. And obviously I can go and smelt that. And to make a hammer, right, to make one of these hammers, it costs us 18 iron. Pretty good deal. Especially when you just saw the amount of speed that you can craft it at. So we would mow through a lot of iron. That would be the downside. We've got a lot of iron. Everything else would smart and duplicate really fast. I think it might be worth it. I think it might be fun enough to be worth it. Should we do that? Survey says... Sure? Yeah. I'm really trying to decide what the play is here. What we could do, hear me out, we could say, okay, here's the idea. Iron ore hammer goes in, and 3 stacks of dust come out. Is that something we can actually do? Can we put that as a recipe? I guess not. I guess you have to just put like this recipe, right? Yeah, okay. And I can't like increase that? I guess no, I guess you just craft it faster. Sure, let's do substitutes available. Let's add this recipe. We'll put it in. It might honestly, it might already exist. Like, look, we already have a dust recipe and it uses a hammer. So like, this already exists. If I, what do we do with this information? I'm really not sure what we do here. So if I click on this and I do, I don't know, 200 dust, how quickly does that smelt? We'll wait until we get our notification to I guess, compare the speed. And I guess they're only using 1 at the moment. It's done. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And in terms of our hammers, does it make new ones when we do this, or is it using our old ones? It's using our old ones when we craft one. When I craft, you know, like a couple hundred like we did before, it is, yeah, it's just going to use the ones we have. That's obviously what we want, because we've got a bunch in here. Hey, I reckon we do it. By the way, you guys told me that apparently the molecular assemblers don't use any channels, which means we can place a lot more. So that's where I'm going with that. So molecular assemblers, I'm going to craft like 20 of these. We need planks. Really? We need planks. I feel like you're a liar. We need logs for planks, obviously. Sure. All right. Well, anyway, they're crafting. Awesome. The place that has that dust recipe, I know we've got like 1 dust in here. I obviously need to find the iron dust recipe, wherever that one is. I'm just going to surround the thing with, you know what? I'm realizing I should probably just move all of the patterns that are dust to like one of the, well, I guess we're going to upgrade them all, right? So I don't know what I'm saying. I'll be honest. Not too sure what I'm saying, but I'm pretty much going to put this design around the whole thing. So each of these molecular assemblers are going to be touching 2, what do you call it? 2 pattern providers. And that's just going to maximize a little bit of our production rate here. Yeah, this should be pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to keep doing this. I've had to craft a few more of pretty much everything, but this should be pretty good. I think it's worth putting it on all of them, obviously. And we can place more, like, you know, we can maximize by like putting them on the edges as well. But this should be a worthy enough upgrade. Like, we should see a massive increase regardless of whether we go that little extra mile. And yeah. Alright, so I think that's pretty much everything, which is pretty good. Now, part of the issue here is reaching the pattern providers, obviously. I mean, it's fine. The ones that have patterns, we sort of just don't mind leaving them there, I guess. And we can access them separately using the pattern access terminal. This guy here. This should allow us to access the stuff, so it's not the end of the world, you know what I mean? In fact, I'll craft one now just so that we can, I guess, see how that works. One of these. Pattern access terminals. I'll go ahead and, I don't know. I guess I'll slap it over here. Sure. We'll figure out a spot for it. Can I go here? I can now. So yeah, as you can see, we can access everything. These here are just our molecular assemblers. And then you can actually see where the rest are attached, which is pretty cool. And I believe you can search, for example, I can search energizing orb, and it'll take me to the energizing orb. For some reason, I don't think this worked in refined storage. I think in refined storage, when you search here, it searches for the pattern. So for example, if I search for nitro, it would show me like a nitro thing, or in this case, niotic, right? Whereas we know our niotic pattern is in our energizing orb. So this is kind of, I mean, it's kind of nice to be able to search for the niotic crystal, but at the same time, it's nice to search for the, I guess, place. Alternatively, though, you have the issue of like, if I have something in a barrel, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what this barrel's for. What's this barrel for? You know what I mean? When in reality, this is my fission barrel. Now, it's possible you can rename them. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I could also be wrong about what I'm saying, if we're being real here. So, anyhow, if we go back to iron, we're going to have to add smelting rest. I mean, do we just smelt everything? Um, no. We kind of do need to add recipes for the smelting, which means I am going to have to move this somewhere else, or at least make this like a big smelting. Yeah, I'm going to have to move this. Oh god, this got a lot messier. Because I could just have this autofill with all the stuff that we want smelted. The problem that comes with that is that when I want to use dust, it's just going to automatically get smelted, and we don't want that. So that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, let's pick. You know what? This guy can stay here because he's doing a bunch of just like general smelting, and sure, you can smelt whatever you got. But we'll make a new furnace for whatever we want to do. So we'll go ahead and I should just add recipes. We're running out of room though to do all these recipes. I guess I could go up. That's gonna look a little weird. Oh god, what do I do? I'll tell you what. We'll craft this this furnace manually, but beyond that point, I don't know. We'll go back to doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna try and make an aluminium furnace again. We did one last episode, so I'm gonna do most of it off camera. All right. Once again, the netherite one is the annoying one. I'm a little bit soul sand. Didn't we do something with the soul sand? Like I thought we did a recipe for it, but clearly we did not. Soul sand was something in Witchwater, wasn't it? Yeah, sand in Witchwater. Okay, I gotcha. So we grab some sand. Let me go ahead and put that in the Witchwater, which we got over here. Which I thought we had a recipe for, but I guess not. What do we have? Slime. Okay, and that's in the system. Sure, whatever. I'll tell you what. While we're here, let's go ahead and fix that. Let's search soul sand. Let's click this. Let's grab this recipe right here. Beautiful. Let's also grab our soul sand out because I think we needed that for whatever it was we were doing. And let's go ahead and place this pattern in there. Okay, so now we can craft soul sand. Awesome. And then with this sand, we can make our furnace. Cool, netherite. And then this one obviously goes to Allthemodium, which means Allthemodium. We need to craft some stuff. We obviously want dust. Dirty Allthemodium? No, we just want normal Allthemodium. Let's go here, craft a stack, sure. Chuck it in here, smelted, beautiful, easy peasy. And then we turn those into blocks and then we make ourselves the furnace. Easy. Okay, so we have our own furnace. Beautiful. Over here, I'm going to leave him. He can do his thing. In terms of where we want to put our smeltery, we'll have to figure out where that's going. I'll try and catch myself. I've noticed myself saying a little bit this episode. And I say it in like an annoying high-pitched sound. Oh, God, make me self-conscious. No, I think it's great. I actually saw a nice comment. Pretty smart one, which is... It's a sort of a common thing on this channel where I happen to just say a word. Accidentally throughout the entire video. Like I'll just be for a whole video I'll be telling you about how honest I am, you know. I'll be like, oh, I'll be honest, I think this is what we're gonna do. To be honest, I think that sort of stuff. That's exactly what the YouTubers, they just take that word and they just slap it on like a t-shirt and then they sell billions of them. So we'll see what we can do there. Okay, do you guys want a shirt that says honestly on it? Probably not, but I don't know, I thought that was a cool idea, so we'll look into it. I'll have my people call your people. We'll sort things out. Oh god, I say instantly. I don't know where I want to put this. You know what? I have a bit of an idea, which could be fun. Let me grab out just a vanilla furnace. Do you think someone's made a schematic or a copy-paste design of the furnace using, stone, coal blocks, wool and stuff that I can paste in the world? Because I'd love to just paste, or I guess build myself somehow, which would be painful, a furnace. You know what I mean? I think that would be pretty cool. I'm going to do a quick Google. We'll look it up. I've got a little bit of time here. So we'll spend the time. I'll search it up. I'll search, what do I even want to search? To be honest, a lot of them are create schematics. Create schematic, furnace, build. Alright, you'll be happy to know I've not been able to find one, but I'm building one, and it is glorious. Look, hey, you love it so far, don't you? It's gonna look great. It's gonna look great. I've got amazing designs happening, as you can see. It's all coming together greatly. I've got vision. It's beautiful. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You're welcome. It's beautiful, isn't it? You guys are stunned at just how wonderful it looks. Huh? Look at it. I'll tell you, this bit looks... Listen, this bit looks a bit weird. The rest of it's fine. There we go. I think that saved the build. Actually, you know what? That actually did a lot to it. That genuinely might have actually saved it. It's not perfect, obviously. I didn't have to tell you that. But I'll tell you what. This gives a wonderful opportunity for you guys to tell me which blocks to put where. I'm going to refer to this as the corners, like the edges. We'll obviously call it, I think the coal's fine to be as it is. This middle line is what we'll call that, if you guys are giving me suggestions for the middle line. And then top and bottom, right? We'll call that. So the top and bottom, the corners, and the middle, okay? So if you're like, maybe use some cobblestone for the top and use obsidian for the middle. You know what I mean? So yeah, well, anyhow, this, believe it or not, is a room. It's a little bit hard to see, especially from the outside. I think it blends in quite nicely, especially when it's nighttime. It's kind of hard to see. We'll see what it looks like in the daytime. Maybe it'll look better. I really don't think. Well, the thing is, I actually do think it will look better because it's amazing. It's amazing. Just take a moment. It's amazing to try and imagine it looking worse. Try and imagine it looking worse because you might be about to sit. You know what? We've done it. It looks worse. Yeah, no, it's not that bad. Oh, God. It's not even a square. It's not even a... Oh, God, I'm going to start coughing. Oh, God. Okay. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's, as you know in life, it's not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside. And currently the inside's an empty, dark void. So let's put this to work. So, okay, bear with me. Listen, everything's fine. So, what do we want to get done here? We want to be able to have a pattern provider, potentially 2 of them, going into a barrel. So what we'll do is we will have this guy broken here, this guy, and this guy. We will have the barrel in the middle and 2 pattern providers like so, which sort of, it blows away my secret, but it's fine. We can maybe put like a wall in front. Yeah, you know what? If we really wanted to, we could have a wall in front there as well. So this like stays, we don't need to, but anyhow, we have these connected. They will import their ingredients into here. And then from this barrel, it will go into a furnace. Voila. So honestly, there's a few ways to do this. One is actually quite easy because, actually, is that, yeah, that's the bottom. That does look a little bit weird, doesn't it? I mean, it's fine. It's like, we can just do that. It's not the end of the world if it's a little bit, yeah, you know what I mean? But anyhow, we're going to have this pipe into here. I guess we'll go underneath, sure. So I probably should have, while we were out there, fixed this. It's fine. It's fine. We can figure this out. Block of coal. Let's go in here. We've got plenty of coal as well. We've got a lot. So yeah, under here. Oh God, oh God. It's so hard to tell what's a block and what's like a gap behind a block. This was going to be universal pipe. That's what I was trying to say, but I don't have universal pipe, so it can just be normal item pipe. It doesn't have to be anything else. This thing, actually, we want to give it a factory augment. So this one right here. So it's just going to need a piston in the middle. And then we have factory augment. We can put that guy in here. And now he can smelt multiple things at once. Auto split on. Let's go and give him an ender gate as well. We should have a spare one of these. Awesome. He's powered. We're actually going to use the top. So I'm actually going to put this on the front. This guy, I'm going to clear everything. I'm going to have him input from below. Auto input and auto output on. And then output at the top. That simple. That looks hideous. We're going to go ahead and disconnect that because it's connected to the ender gate, which doesn't need to do anything. And then on top of this guy, I mean, we can do a lot of things, but let's just put a QIO importer. We want to import into the system. Now, we are missing a slime bowl. We have slime automated, but we don't have slime bowls automated, believe it or not. But that is so, I mean, like, look, that's fine. Everything's fine. The QIO, it's obviously going to order one, so I probably don't need to wait. But I'm just going to order one anyway because I know it's taking a little bit too long. It took longer than instant, and that's long enough for me. That's a little bit too long. So yeah, once again, the reason we're doing crafting recipes is so that we can have dust in our system, not constantly exported into here. And I think that's a pretty nice way to do it. So we'll have an importer that will import into our system non-stop from the top of this guy. Awesome. So he's good to go. He's ready. All we need to do is hook up the pattern providers and then put the patterns in. That might be another story, but should be doable. Obviously, we'll need to cut loose the pattern providers, which I think they're under here. Coal, of course, apparently taking half a century to to mine up. Sure, it's fair. I'm flying. I'm flying here. So this stuff, obviously, we're going to connect it with some Fluix cables. That should be fine. Boom. And then, I don't know, we'll meet in the middle. In terms of where we connect this to, this cable right here, we probably can't connect to. Oh, I took my hands off the keyboard and we almost died. That's fine. So in terms of not connecting there, we'll probably just connect off onto here. I mean, we've got a cable right here. I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and let's do it. So I'm going to grab... I need a cable. I'm going to grab a blue cable. And then I'm going to grab a... nothing. I'm going to grab a nothing, but I'm going to grab a P2P. And then we're going to grab blue this and these, and that should be good. Okay, so we're going to place you here, going into a P2P that is going to be right-clicked to receive blue. And then the rest of you are going to try to make your way over there. I'm obviously going to need to grab some more cables, but long story short is that this should work. Might look a little bit weird since we have cables going out of the land, but it's fine. It's fine, I say. We should be able to order a bunch of this. I should have ordered more. I'm not used to being able to order this much. In normal Oldmod 7, we've been doing some AE2 stuff, and I don't get away with ordering that much cables. It doesn't really happen. So it's kind of nice to be able to do it. Here we go. Because obviously we just like grow all the stuff here. Not grow, but you know, we sift it all. So let's put this stuff away, move this, grab this. So these should be online. We can look in the top left. Online, beautiful. Next thing we need to do is obviously give them patterns. We actually had a pattern provider somewhere over there, but too late. We're here now. In terms of our inventory, all of this stuff can go away. As well as this, as well as that, as well as this, as well as those, this, that, this, that. And this should keep our inventory a little bit cleaner for this next part. So the next part are ingots. Ugh. Dust. Ugh. Pieces? Yeah. How do I actually want to go about doing this? I think what we'll do is we'll unbookmark these on the left. We'll go through and we'll bookmark all of these, right? Nice and simple stuff. Nothing too crazy, right? Then what we'll do is we'll go through here and click on and like craft every ingredient. So obviously in terms of the raw pieces, we have raw iron already crafted, so that's fine. We have the dust version already existing, and then all we would need is the smelting recipe, which would be this, and then I can go put that away. And so for example, with gold, we have gold automatically automated. So from gold, all we need to do is go into the dust. In terms of the dust, I guess we'll search. Well, actually, you know what? We'll do everything at once. So for example, the raw, we don't have raw, I don't know, tin. So let's go ahead and add that recipe. And I'm going to do that for all of these. Actually, what am I doing? We have a compactor doing this, right? That was the whole thing? Yeah, that was the whole thing. Yeah, sorry. But look, I didn't get too far before my brain caught back up. I stopped talking and started thinking, and I'm like, something's not adding up here. So yeah, all we need is the dust. That makes sense. That makes sense. So realistically, I should click. Hold on. Realistically, I should remove all of these, bookmark all of these, and then look at the dust. I guess we don't need to do it. We could do all the modium. We don't need to. So we'll go through here, and then we'll do all that stuff. All right, so in the dust department, iron we have, so we can remove iron. Gold, we have the dust. I don't believe we have the ingot, so we'll craft the ingot recipe. So awesome, gold's off the list. Next up, what else do we have already crafted? To be honest, not a lot. We do have osmium. I believe osmium's on the list here. Nice, so we have osmium dust created. So all we need to do is look at once again, the osmium smelting. And now we can probably knock osmium off the list. Awesome. Next up, what other stuff do we have down here? Bunch of steel, bunch of things that like, I guess we don't really get much of. Lead we don't have automated, but it's craftable. Okay, so I think now we can actually go through the list. So for example, tin, we want to create the dust version of this. So we're going to create that recipe there. Using substitutions to allow it to use multiple different versions of the hammer. I think that's how that works. And then obviously go from tin to the ingot. And that is what we're going to do for the rest of these. So get rid of that. And then we do nickel. Grab this recipe, grab the dust recipe as a smelting, and I'll be back. Okay, I think that's actually all of them right here. So half of these recipes are going to go into these, which as you can see is a bit of a problem because, well, we don't have much room. But in here are going to be obviously the crafting recipes for the dust. So I actually do need more because, yeah, I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty confident we packed all these pretty full. If we need to, we can pick these up and move them. Just have like a little sneak peek in there, see what we're dealing with. But yeah, most of these, if not all of these, are full, which, yeah, they look to be. So we either need to build another one or we need to extend onto here. Now, in terms of extending, if I go to the pattern providers, we've obviously got quite a few of them. Underneath here, oh, if we can figure out how, we sort of just can't, because if we go all the way to the end here, you can see these guys are full, and I don't know if I can be bothered adding another network in. It's not that hard. It's just, I don't know. I'd have to do like a single amount of thinking, because these use 6 channels each, right? So in theory, I'd be able to add another one on top, but it's kind of just not worth it, I guess. If we wanted to, what I'm thinking we can do is run like a cable up through the wall, right? And then what I can do is potentially place like, here, let's give this a shot. If I grab like some molecular assemblers, I could do this, place the pattern provider there, and then place like this, and place a pattern provider here, right? And like sort of do this pattern along the entire thing. Not a bad idea, not the worst idea, not a great idea, but not the worst idea, which I think's probably the main thing. And then we can sort of just have this be like a path. I guess I could place providers in the corners. It's just whether I want to or not. That's sort of what I'm thinking. Not a bad idea. And then obviously this guy will fill with all the dust. Like so. Not a bad idea. Honestly, I reckon it's not a bad idea. In terms of cabling this up, well, yeah, we can actually pretty much pick wherever. So realistically, the best choice is probably up through here, up through this wall. So if we go ahead and break this, we'll put covers on them to sort of hide it a little bit. We should be able to run this pretty much right up into this. That should work quite well. So let's go P to P. Grab 2 of these. One is going to get slapped here. I don't know what... yeah, I guess it can go right there. I'm not sure what colored network it's going to be. We can search cable here and sort of pick one, I guess. Do you reckon we have purple on the table? Is purple or magenta, maybe? Magenta dye? Do we have the cable bit? We need pink for that. Do we have any pink on the table? No? Okay. What do we have for mystical? Mystical... We do have pink, so we can get away with it. We have a lot of brown. We have a lot of yellow. Did we do a yellow network? Did we do an orange network? What have we done? Yeah, I think we did like yellow and stuff. Let's do orange. So I'm just going to grab a few of these dyes out. Probably like 3 or 4. Yep, just like that. We'll search cable. I'm going to obviously grab an orange smart cable. A bunch of these. Beautiful. We're going to search for a memory card. And we're going to go ahead and craft... Let's craft like 10 of these. Get them built up in the system. One of these is going to be orange. Beautiful. And that's pretty much the main thing. So if we come down here now, what we can do, what we're allowed to do, amazingly, is we can bring the orange through here. All I need is some more quartz cables, quartz fiber. So we'll go ahead and craft a little bit more of this. Grab some of that. Make sure that all of this is quartz. And I can run this smart cable connecting to a P2P. Oh, yeah, on the wall, realistically. So realistically, I'd probably want to do it over here. That's fine. We can do some rearranging. That's fine. Remain calm. So quartz fiber, quartz fiber, quartz fiber, quartz fiber. So now I should be able to go boom, 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 boom into the controller, right? So now this guy, I'm gonna have to shift right click with orange, right? Yeah, and he's unlinked. But now if I run through this system, what we can do is we can try to find where we dug this. We can dig a hole down there. And what I should be able to do, it's going to look messy, but I guess it doesn't matter too much. We can place this guy here. Go ahead and place the other side of the P2P on top, which... Oh no, I placed the other P2P up here, didn't I? Yeah, about that. I guess we can work with that. Since we have infinite resources, I don't mind doing this. I don't mind, splashing out and literally crafting, like, way too much dense cable. But essentially what we're going to do is be building up here. So this is going to look a little bit silly, but sure, whatever. So we're going to bring dense cable all the way up here. And pretty much run it into the back of that guy. almost. Just before we do, so like once it's here, we're going to place down our smart cable. And then this guy, we're going to right click with this to link it. And it is now carrying the channels. And this guy's carrying 4 channels because that's how many pattern providers are connected. Awesome. So from this spot, we can put all this stuff away, or not all of it, but you know, most of it. We can search cable anchor. These guys here. We're probably going to want some more, so I'm going to go ahead and craft like a stack of them. These guys get placed around like so. And then in the middle, you place spruce, and you grab, you know, quite a decent amount. These guys, you can then place around just like this. And obviously they blend in pretty nicely. By the way, I haven't mentioned yet, I am using Overimagined shaders. They're a variant of Complementary Reimagined, I think, which are a variant of Complementary, which are a variant of BSL, or BSL's a variant of I don't know. They're cool shaders though. That's obviously the main thing. Now you'll see through there that there's stuff. Is that a fun little Easter egg, or is that ugly? Because we can fix that. It is fixable. Like I can just look in here and place these, and I think it's worth doing. It did look a little bit silly, seeing the cables in there. So we'll do that, do this, do that, do this. Oh, that looks a little bit weird. Yeah, you know what? It does look very weird. Let's go wood, and then I should be able to make spruce wood, like so. And then we want to turn that into the facades. So we'll grab the cable anchors, and we'll go ahead and do this. Awesome. We'll go ahead and grab this and this. We'll place that and this, which, I mean, it's still not the right direction, but it looks a little bit nicer now. It's not as blatantly wrong, I guess. And then we'll place this guy on there if I can figure out the right place. There we go. And yeah, how cool is that? Sort of hard to see that it's not meant to be there, and it works. And these guys are hooked up, which means we can craft what we want, which means I can go all the way over here. I can run into this, and we can place in all of our smelting recipes. So all of these that'll go in here, and then the extras that'll go in there. The 2 extras. Definitely worth it. So these guys are hooked up. They're ready to go. This guy will obviously need to set up to extract. We'll have to give him the best pipe upgrade we can, which is going to be a netherite upgrade. He can do nearest first. Doesn't really matter, I guess, at this point. We'll do round robin in case we add more in the future, which we might have to. We might not have to. We'll see what happens. Redstone ignored. Whitelist doesn't matter. We can do blacklist, just in case it's whitelisting something already. And yeah. So, if I go iron, you know what? We've got 30,000 iron ingots. We're doing pretty good. What don't we have a lot of ingots that we can craft? I was gonna say, like, I guess iridium. Invar, well, that's an alloy. That doesn't get tin. Yeah, tin. All lead. Tin or lead. Yeah, let's do tin. So we've currently got about what, 5,000 of it. Let's order like, I don't know, 10,000. Okay. Is it gonna let me? It's calculating what I need here. It's doing some brain magic right here. So it's going to have to craft a few hammers. It's going to use what we have. It's going to craft some more. And it's going to obliterate about 400 iron ingots because it has to craft all these blocks. But then we're going to craft 10,000 tin out of 5,000 ingots. So 400 ingots for 5,000. Or sorry, for 10,000. That's a pretty good deal. That's a pretty good deal. So I'm going to click start. And what we should see, potentially, is this guy start up. We might not. Oh, we've got stuff showing up, but it's not going in here yet. Input from the bottom. You should be outputting, and you should be inputting. I don't think it's happening, because obviously this guy's not doing anything. Input from the bottom. Is it because I've got auto on? Normal input. Redstone ignored. If I manually place this in here, what happens? That works. Is it because I said it's a blacklist? It's because I said it's a blacklist. Okay, I guess don't make that mistake. As you can see, without any upgrades in this guy, he doesn't have any speed upgrades. He can keep up with this guy just fine. If anything, the pattern provider is too slow. I don't think we can do much about that, apart from increasing the recipe here, which we could do. That genuinely would increase our production a lot. Let's cancel this. Let's do it. So, hold on. How exactly do I want to do this? I want to get rid of most of this stuff. We are going to go... I really can't think. Sorry. We're going to grab these out. Boom, boom, boom. We'll grab these out. Boom, boom. And these should be relatively easy things to fix. Essentially, we're going to place every single one in here. And I'm just going to up them all by 10. That seems, I don't know, like a pretty decent one. So instead of putting, what, like 4 in at a time, it should put in 40 in at a time. And hopefully that's good enough. Worst case, we can increase it again to like 20 or something. So I will be back when this is done. Okay, these are all set to 10. Didn't take too long, so we're looking pretty good. And we'll compare what that looks like in terms of the crafting we just saw before. So I'll chuck all this stuff in here. It's possible we need more molecular assemblers. I kind of doubt it, but we'll check. So back in the tin department, we've obviously got a decent amount, but I still want my remaining 9,000 that we have left. So it'll do some more calculating. It'll be like, wow, what do we have left? Well, how do we do this? Awesome. I'm going to click start, and now we should see this guy hopefully getting a little bit more at a time. So yeah, it does look like he is, well, getting more at a time, but it still doesn't really look like it's enough. What's the slow part? Is it actually the crafting of the tin? Because it kind of looks like that's what it is. Because the second it's done, it like gets sent out. You know what I mean? So we could, well, we can't change the recipe. So all we can do is provide more molecular assemblers. So realistically, these ones in the corners are the slowest. So if I go molecular and we grab some more. Actually, hold on. Can I place a facade on these? No. Okay. Interesting. I could make the wall out of them. I'm not too sure what we want to do here. Part of me wants to just break this and like place a facade wherever it needs to go, which, well, I guess it would be here, right? That's where that is. So I'd place like this here, and he would just start using it. Yeah. I think I'm just going to do that. It's kind of nice incorporating this stuff into your builds a little bit. It might not be the prettiest, but I don't know. I think it's all right. So that should be good. Under here, obviously, we'll place another one. Why not? This guy we don't want to connect. Let's double. I don't think it matters per se, but it does look like our system is panicking pretty hard. So let's maybe yeah. It actually looks like that was breaking the system. So let's go ahead and place that there, and place this here, and hope that is our system good. Yeah, it looks like we're good. And now he's got another molecular assembler. So he's got ones on all sides that he can use. But these. Oh my god, I forgot. These don't even have acceleration upgrades. Oh my god, let's craft 100 of these. So if I chuck this in here now, oh yeah. We just invented overkill. Okay, hold the phone. Hold on to the phone. We are holding on to the phone. Can I reach the one up there? Maybe through the roof? Yep. Chuck that in there. Okay, so what did we just see? Well, we just saw this guy now running a lot faster. I reckon he could do, definitely arguably, an extra 10 or like an extra 5, right? Because obviously some of this is like filling up at this point. But we're pretty good. It looks like it's keeping up for the most part. So I'm pretty happy with that. I can go to sleep at night with this. If we wanted to as well, we can search ingot and we can go, hey, you know what? I actually want about 9,000 more lead as well. And if we order this, I don't know. I want to see what happens. So if we look in here, yeah, now we've got like some issues happening. That's good. That's what I want to see. I like it when things stop working because that means I can improve it. So we'll put speed upgrade in. That should fix things for the most part. And yeah, now we've got it it's constantly doing stuff. Yeah, I feel good about this. Awesome. That's so cool. Okay, nice. So then the last remaining issue is this storage here. It's going to take a bit of a hit as we fill it up. The solution, I mean, we can just get away with making another one. I really want to make the antimatter. We'll probably do that as soon as we can. We literally need just a piece, just a tiny piece, but it's honestly pretty difficult to get our hands on it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. That crafting as well, the thing we just ordered, this guy, I believe he'll take a little while from just memory. But I'm pretty happy. I'm very happy with what's gone on in this episode so far. And we might even be able to just acceleration one this. Yeah, look in the top left. Everything that goes in, it's just done. So I can just sit here and right click this. It's using power. It's probably using a lot of power, but we have infinite of it, pretty much. Like we're just generating it non-stop, so I don't mind wasting power. Whereas the time in the bottle, like you have to ration the time in a bottle. This thing, no, just speed up. Yeah, do it. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully you're a big fan of the furnace. I know, it's wonderful, isn't it? It's the best thing we've done so far. It's quite spectacular. To be honest though, like jokes aside, I think it's better than nothing, right? Now, to be fair, we could have done a better building, like, I don't know, just something a little bit more creative, but I don't know. I wanted to have some fun, and fun indeed we had. This guy as well, I think we can speed up if we wanted to, or maybe this thing we could somehow speed up. Maybe this, I don't know what you can actually speed up with this wand. All I know is that you can speed it up. And that's what we're trying to do. So like I could speed up this guy even maybe? I don't know what that does. I don't know if it's even doing anything, but we can try. Can we speed up the controller itself? Does that speed? I don't know. Not sure. We might have just broken everything. Regardless though, we have another time dilating doohickey, and I should be able to just slap it in here. And now we have like way more storage, like a crazy amount more storage. So we're good. Like we don't have to worry at all. This guy here should continue emptying if we did this correctly. That's assuming that this guy over here is still good. Yeah, he appears to be. He's doing his thing. He's got plenty of power. He's getting stuff. This guy's going as fast as he can. Yeah, and that guy's going as fast as he can too. Yeah, I mean, seems like a win-win. Awesome. Cool. Yeah, I don't really know if there's anything else to tell you. Aside from, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you genuinely did enjoy it. I had fun this episode, so hopefully you guys did too. It's always nice when that happens. I think it was worth doing. We've got, I don't even know if I want to put this in the thumbnail. It's so gross. We'll do it. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that and I'll like flip it in the editing. I don't know. We'll see what we do. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. I do have some checking out base videos potentially coming tomorrow. Because I might not be able to record a normal video tomorrow. I've got them pre-recorded this time, so it's sort of like they should happen. I just might not have internet for a while, which means I probably could record a normal episode, but I might not be able to upload it tomorrow. So I've got at least one checking out base video. You might get two, depending on, I don't know, how I'm feeling. Because they exist, but it's like, they're pretty short videos, so like I can sort of do two if I space them out like, I don't know, 6 hours or 12 hours. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.